The Daily Report starts now.
And joining us now live to break it all down is the host of Whiskey Politics, Dave Sussman. And thank you, Dave, so much for joining us.
Thanks, Christina. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so what we've heard so far is from the first of the two hearings, this one on the House Judiciary Committee. What did you think about the hearings? You can comment on both of them if you'd like.
Well, I thought it was a complete farce. It was a waste of time. Even according to NBC's tracker, Mueller had deflected or declined to answer questions over 155 times. That's not a hearing. That's just a circus. And even the magazine, the liberal Nation, that people know, The Nation, they said that it was comically anticlimactic. The conclusion that although, in their words, the 2016 Trump campaign did a lot of shady, underhanded things, none of them technically amounted to criminal conspiracy or collusion with the Russian government. Yet these guys on the dais here, your Schiffs and Nadlers and all of them, they have a narrative, and for them, this was about getting out that narrative just one more time so that the low information voters out there still believe that there was some collusion. Obviously, there wasn't. But that's all that amounted to today, just a circus.
Okay, well, today Mueller was reluctant to talk about quite a few subjects like the Steele dossier and the start of the FBI investigation. Why do you think that is?
Well, he couldn't talk about it because it wasn't in his purview, but I don't understand that. Look, I'm not a lawyer, but if the whole thing stemmed from the Steele dossier, which was financed by the Clinton campaign, that was provided by Russian operatives, that should have been the cornerstone of the entire thing. But Mueller's Clinton acolytes, the folks that were working for Mueller, who actually wrote this and pieced this thing together, some of them even attended Clinton's election night party at the Javits Center back in 2016. They are the ones who wrote the Mueller report. It's just under Mueller's name. As we saw today, sadly, obviously Mueller wasn't engaged very closely on this thing. Unfortunately, he's past his prime. So, but even with them writing this thing, it was clear with their biases that they couldn't manage to pin any of this on Trump. So they left it ambivalent. And obviously when you do that with a biased media, the media is going to run with it and continue their narrative.
Okay, I want you to listen to a response from Donald Trump Jr. when an America's Voice News contributor, Tudor Dixon, who's in Washington, D.C. for the Turning Point Teen Summit, she asked him his thoughts on the testimony. Take a listen to this.
Don, can we get your opinion on Mueller's testimony?
Seemed like a major fail for the Democrats. I don't know how someone can credibly say they don't understand where it started when he didn't know what Fusion GPS was. The whole thing's a disaster for the Democrats. I think it was a major fail.
What do you think? Was it a major fail? Do you agree with Don Jr.?
Yeah, I mean, where was the Steele dossier? Where was the FBI spying on Carter Page and trying to entrap Papadopoulos? This Mustine guy that they brought up, he couldn't talk about any of this. So, this is again, it's a political circus. Adam Schiff made a fool out of himself today. I mean, the man looked unhinged. And with his prepared statements, continuing down this path of conspiracy and narrative and calling Trump and his entire universe surrounding him, and essentially, indirectly, his supporters, unpatriotic and treasonous, I don't think is going to work out too well for them. The media are going to try and spin this, turn it as much as they can right now, but this was not a good day for the American Democratic Party.
Okay, great. Dave Sussman, thank you so much. And if you'd like to see more of Dave Sussman, he is the host of Whiskey Politics that airs daily at 3:30 Eastern.